Good morning. It's Saturday, the 13th of June. Look who's sitting next to me. This is Coda. This is a little joke that we call Coda my grandson. So today I am in Pretoria and I stayed overnight at my daughter's house. All the bags are packed behind me and I start making my way via Colesberg back to Cape Town. It's been a grueling, overwhelming, rewarding, and exciting 2.5 months away from South Africa, fully immersed into a culture that just seems to never stop and never slow down. There is so much connectedness, not just in India, but in our abilities when we travel, when we trust, when we put the burdens down, when we simplify, and in my case, putting the house or the home into a few bags and stepping out. My faith in God, Source and Spirit, the magic and the miracles that I've experienced in my life since my first visit to India have been truly remarkable. When they use the words incredible India, I don't really think that there are words enough that I can share with you these gifts. And how I feel when I apply my daily living and my yoga practice after reading this book has to clear a pathway for others. And to some degree, I've been in waiting, in a holding pattern, wishing, yearning for that connectedness here in South Africa, for conscious communities, for people to wake up and see what is happening around them on their doorstep and to get involved. Do you understand how remarkable you are? You're not just ordinary. You're not just normal. I wanted to be an example for the communities that I work for, that I'm in service for. I wanted to be an example for the people of Flamingo Heights. It's not easy to wipe the slate clean, to extract myself every time, to teach a lesson that can only be taught once you remove your energy, once you remove, to some degree, the light from the darkness, for people to realize my effort. Hey, Coda. Yes. All the work that I was doing during lockdown for dogs and children, to try and reform a community that has been locked into the grips of society where they cannot do better. They cannot be better because they're in an environment that is toxic. And I'm truly grateful for the people that have been in my corner this time around, a handful of people. And you might wonder how I do what I do. Where does the money come from? How is she able to be in one place and then another so quickly? Only by the hands of God. And yes, in the background of all of this, I'm truly blessed to have one person, a guardian angel, guiding this path, spreading light with me, trusting in God with me. And you know who you are, and you know how important you are to me, and you know how important you are to God. And when we talk about wealth and sharing, for me, it's not money, it's not financial. But it does require a level of trust to allow that flow of abundance to come in all its forms. So when I ask you to reach out to me, to see my value, and to see how God has worked through my life, and how much more we can do together, I'm not asking you for just a silly charitable donation. I'm asking you to bring yourself into this conscious awareness with me, to look at the bigger picture, to see how we can catalyst change, how we can transform the communities around us and our country by our energy, our input, our involvement and participation, because love is service, and service to others is the highest form of stepping into our destiny path, so that we can all ascend together. Okay, today's reading. The Blessed Lord said, Brahman is the imperishable, the supreme. His essential nature is called self-knowledge, the Adhyatman, the offering unto the gods, which causes the creation and existence of all beings, is called karma. When I started IndiePam back in 2013, it was me making jewelry to support my first journey to India to do my yoga teacher training. And there I really learned about the meaning of karma and karma yoga and positive action. And unfortunately, a lot of our modern day yogis and even anybody thinks that karma or karma yoga is way too much effort. But there are a lot of integrated techniques behind this way of thinking, like detachment, like observation, that require mindful practice daily to be able to slowly alter and shift our mindsets and attitudes into this frequency of God consciousness, and to help heal the light body that is within us. So I had a slogan: karma means action. And it's quite simple. Stop overthinking. Stop feeling guilt, shame. Stop feeling lethargic. Let's do action together. The absolute Brahman is imperishable, supreme, infinite, and beyond all these descriptive attributes. Any description limits it. Thus our master used to say, to define Brahman is to deny Brahman. Hence it was that Buddha refrained from discussing it, and that Dakshinamurti, or Dakshinamurti, conveyed the wordless knowledge of it to the Sanat Kumara by silence filled with transcendental knowledge. Brahman is not an inert nothingness or a void. The supreme or totality does not undergo any change or decay. Yet in it there is constant change, which implies constancy and change. These are not contradictory but complementary. The nature inherent in this totality is Adhyatma, or conversely Atma, or selfhood, is inherent in this totality, even to the point of individuality. That is, you do not belong to yourself. Yourself belongs to the totality. This totality has, as its very substratum, infinite diversity, which is the self of all. Just as the night sky is studded with millions of diamonds, the stars, thus Self-knowledge is a re-attainment of something which the personality has lost. When the personality is keenly analyzed, it becomes transparent, revealing its own substratum. That cosmic consciousness, which is the goal, the supreme fulfillment, or self-knowledge. The compound word, wow, this is quite a compound word, Butaba Vodba Vakaro, suggests a dream or vision of something as if it existed. And here we're coming to how to manifest. That is the karma of the totality of God. Hence, God does not create as the carpenter creates furniture, but in that cosmic being, there arises a feeling of bhavana, or the manifestation, bhuta, of all the multidiversity. That is called the universe, which is maintained by God's grace. Amen. So that the souls therein may gain the necessary experience to attain self-knowledge. Understood in this light, even the law of karma is seen as a contributory factor towards evolution and attainment of self-knowledge. Yes. How are you going to equip yourself with the tools for the new earth frequency? How are you going to find what resonates for you as an individual with your own attributes, your own way of thinking, that is going to individualize you out of normalcy, out of lethargy, out of lack, so that you can start designing a new life for yourself, filled with purpose and potential, in alignment with what God and Spirit wants for you. The more we equip ourselves with the knowledge and the truth, the more we will step out, trusting ourselves, having faith in the unknown, acquired with all the arrows we need in the quiver, so that we can get our proverbial bow out, put in the bow, and get ready to fire. Life should be that exciting. What do you say about that, sweetheart? Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And Godspeed. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste.